Alright guys, it's been a long time. I've had to record a video. Today I just want to talk about something real quick. So as an SNR trader, one of the very important things you want to do when you come to the chart is to remember what is called the recency bias. Now, what's the recency bias? The recency bias is the fact that the market, as in price, almost often likes to use the most recent price action within an intraday time frame or within an intraday structure, especially when it's about to do something very good. Let me show you an example. Okay, so see this market, this week's market. So see, in this scenario, you see this engulfing that was formed on the H4. Why didn't price use this engulfing? Rather, price decided to go over and use this level to the upside. Now, recency bias. Now, later in the future, price can decide to still use this engulfing, but at the moment, right now, price decided to go with something different, something more recent. So that's why one of the very important things you want to do is never forget that at the end of every H4 time frame, when the H4 candle closes, always go back to check the H4 chart. There is always a new level for you to mark, which if it has a coinciding equilibrium with other time frames, you could see a potential trade. Okay, so in this scenario, you see price came, tapped, and then boom, just went all the way to the upside. The same thing happened here. Instead of price, which I know many people would have been expecting to drop all the way down to this point and then shoot up, no, that did not happen. Recency bias. Price would go with a more recent price action in order to show its edge. So what happens? Price comes, taps. Again, for recency bias, one of the things you would see is equilibrium. So in M15, one time frame below, let's say M30. So let's see M30, see equilibrium. So equilibrium, one time frame below, taps, and boom, same thing over and over and over again. The same thing happened over here after the breakout. The price gave a breakout. So just last week's price action gave a breakout, and then there was a gap level over there. Again, recency bias. To confirm your recency bias, if price is going to use that level, there will be equilibrium, and you see price taps and then poof, starts to shoot. So you can use this to have a framework of where price is most likely going to use. Obviously, the same thing happened here. See, at this point, you had multiple rejection off of this zone, this classical scenario zone. So price first sold at this point, then sold at this level, and then again sold here. But we never actually dropped to a significant level. So the first time, what happened when we dropped, for example, with this tap, we dropped here, this engulfing. Okay, recency bias, dropped to this engulfing. The second time, no, we never really got to the classical scenario level, right? So the second time we came, blah blah blah, went up and then came back to the classical scenario level. Again, to confirm this, what happens? What do you look for? Equilibrium, alright? So the M30, you see, you can have your gap level. So M30 gap level, good equilibrium, price taps. You're not sure what happens next, then you wait. So what are you waiting for? You're waiting for price to show its hand. So after this engulfing, you can decide, oh, am I going to take this buy or am I not going to take the buy? So again, recency bias is very, very important. After every H1 candle, again, go back to the H1. Now, if you're a lower time frame trader, always know that when a candle finish closing, there is a new opportunity or a new level, especially when price is exploding, like going all the way up. There's always a new level for price to use. Let's see 2 weeks ago. There's an example from 2 weeks ago, a lot of examples actually. This is H1 chart. As you can see this level is so prime. Price didn't even come back to this zone, just started to go all the way. See, decided to use this recent level. Even at this point, see, this gap level was used. So you must always pay attention to recent levels. Okay, see, this gap level was used, and then in the future price came back to use the classical scenario again. Obviously, you see more and more of it. This gap level was used here, somewhat around this level was used here, also this gap level was used. Recent things that were formed. So it means that you as a trader must always remember that, oh, okay, it's 1 hour after, let me check the H1 chart. Oh, it's 4 hours after, let me check the H4 chart. Okay, and juggling between H1, H4, H1, H4 can really give you quite a number of setups. And always remember to also focus on equilibrium. Equilibrium is very, very powerful. Okay, I'm not saying it's the holy grail, right? there are a lot of setups. No matter how strong the level is, like I say, if price wants to break it, price is definitely going to break it. All right, so this is going to be a very brief video, so I'm going to catch you in the next one. Thank you.